There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone.
I'm very familiar with that place. I think I've lived there all my life. Probably most of us remember that intro. If not, well, the Twilight Zone TV series has been around on and off since 1959. The first episode was released on October 2nd, 1959, and continued for 5 seasons with a total of 156 episodes. The Twilight Zone, the movie, was released in 1983. Then another 3 seasons from 1985 to 1988. And there was The Twilight Zone, Rod Serling's Lost Classics, a show in 1994, kind of a documentary, another series in 2002, and a final season in 2019. 284 episodes in all. Now that's a lot of film for a series featuring fantasy, science fiction, horror, and suspense. Of course, this wasn't the first show of its kind. There was Tales of Tomorrow, Science Fiction Theater, and The Outer Limits. There was even a Twilight Zone radio series following early programs such as Dimension X and X-1. I've seen most of the episodes, but every once in a while, I'll run across one that I haven't seen. The guy with the cigarette opening each episode was Rod Serling. He was the creator of the series and wrote many of the scripts. Serling was an interesting character. He was born on Christmas Day, 1924, in Syracuse, New York. He first became interested in writing and acting while in grade school and high school. The day after he graduated from high school, he joined the service and was assigned to the Pacific Theater with the 511th Parachute Infantry Regiment. He was eventually transferred to gliders. He served with honors in World War II, receiving several citations, including the Bronze Star and the Purple Heart. Following the war, Serling used his GI Bill benefits to attend Antioch College in Yellow Springs, Ohio. During his time in college, he was drawn to the theater department and then to broadcasting. He graduated in 1950 with a Bachelor of Arts degree. Serling spent time writing for radio and television. By 1959, he had received 3 Emmys for writing. On October 2nd, 1959, the Twilight Zone series, created by Serling, premiered on CBS. For this series, Serling fought hard to get and maintain creative control. He hired scriptwriters he respected. In an interview, Serling said that the show's science fiction format would not be controversial with sponsors, network executives, or the general public, and would escape censorship. The Twilight Zone aired for 5 seasons. The first 3 seasons featured half-hour episodes. The 4th season had hour-long episodes, and the 5th season returned to the half-hour format. The Twilight Zone won many television and drama awards and drew critical acclaim for Serling and his co-workers. Although it had loyal fans, the Twilight Zone only had moderate ratings and was twice canceled and then revived. After 5 years and 156 episodes, 92 of which were written by Serling, he grew weary of the series, and in 1964 he decided not to oppose its 3rd and final cancellation. Serling sold the rights to the Twilight Zone to CBS. His wife later claimed he did this partly because he believed that his own production company, Cayuga Productions, would never recoup the production costs of the programs, which frequently went over budget. In 1969, Serling sold his program Night Gallery to NBC. Rod Serling continued to work in television and became active in the anti-war movement and worked, along others, for racial equality. Serling was said to have smoked 3 packs of cigarettes a day and had a heart attack on May 3rd, 1975. He had 2 more heart attacks, and after open heart surgery, he died of another. Serling is indelibly woven into our modern culture because of the enduring popularity of the Twilight Zone. Serling's widow, Carol, maintains that the cult status that now surrounds both her husband and his show continues to be a surprise, as I'm sure it would have been to him. After all these years, I still enjoy the show and look forward to discovering episodes I haven't seen. On my senior odyssey, I imagine I'll be traveling through another dimension, a dimension not only of sight and sound, but of mind. A journey into a wondrous land whose boundaries are that of imagination. My next stop, Twilight Zone.